Welcome to a brand new series of videos which center upon Raspberry Pi 3, PiXtend, and of course a power supply. The objective is to get a PLC, which is actually a PiXtend, running the way a PLC should be run. A PLC is a programmable logic control, and that is an industrial computer. And since my background is embedded systems, as you may have found via my other website and my other YouTube playlists and videos. Well, this is then of course a Raspberry Pi 3. I already set it up and I found a few things different. First, yes, it has wireless LAN, local area network that is, and it has Bluetooth, and well, this is the back side. It's also running via this micro SD card Raspbian Stretch, which is the latest version of Raspbian. It has sound, camera input, video output, HDMI, USB power, some more input, and GPIO. I'm not going to use this one. I doubt that I'm going to use this one, and also this one. While setting it up, I found that video didn't work out, sound didn't work out yet, so I had to wonder, did it work at all? Online I found a way to enable the default disabled SSH connection, secure shell. Via my router I found which IP address I had on this one. Hence I could find with the default login name and a password that the board was indeed running. So I could set a few things. VNC, virtual network computing, that I frequently use with my other projects, especially the other Raspberry Pis, doesn't work yet, but it's Linux and it runs. So where does this come in? Well, as said, this is, and yes, this is German, because I ordered it in Germany and the manufacturer is apparently in Germany. PiXtend DE, Deutsch DE, German. And how is it running? Well, it is actually, it says powered by Raspberry Pi, but the advice is to run it on 12 volts. And there comes this power supply in, because this power supply is 12 volts and USB is 5 volts. So here it says Atmel AVR controller. This is an AVR chipset, has an AVR chipset. So there comes it in, and with the GPIO I should be able to connect it here, according to this image. It is equipped with codices, well, not equipped with, it is compatible to run it, and it is open source hard and software. Tools and library for the Raspbian. It has a serial interface. It has real time. Real time. Analog and digital in-and outputs. Anyway, it has a lot. But yes, I still have to assemble it. So, apart from this, I have to do this and see to connect it. And that's what I'm starting to do. Alright, everything unpacked. Most important, the PiXtend controller with a lot of different chips, and very useful, and they already mentioned it, chipset, well, holders, let me put it that way. Not quite sure of the English term, but anyway, you can solder these and put these in here. No problem with soldering and overheating these ones. Lots of electronic components. These are industrial connectors, as it is an industrial supposed board. That's very useful. Relays, switches, and mounting equipment, including a flat cable. And on this plate you can exactly see, well, this is the top side, high voltage, and then this is the bottom side, and on this bottom side you see exactly which what goes where. 4 relays, then diodes, capacitors, connectors, no, these, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, yeah, correct. And and these parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, how many are there? Not that many, but here's the real-time clock. So there is some soldering to do, and hopefully everything goes nice and clean. So I don't have the equipment on this spot, but who knows what I can manage. Right now I have put them in place, soldered only 2 pins of each, the first and the last, and very important, put them in the right direction. Each chip has a 1 and a last, and the 1 is always indicated in direction with a little dent. So every one has to be in the correct position, in the correct direction. And they're all looking very nice. And I've done these one first because they're the lowest. The others, all the other components are larger. So with these first installed, it makes it harder to put these in place. And once you go solder everything and you lie it down, then the lowest ones might drop out. So, time to put this in place again. And they have their specific positions. Not very hard to do, because all pins are in a specific order, and this way you see you can stay in the lines that are drawn on the board. And that goes for all of them. So putting them in place again. And this one goes then here, here, and am I missing one? No, because one has to be here, and then a very small one here, and that's. And this one has only 2 pins, and this one has only 2 pins, so this one has to go here. This one with 3, so you can't make a mistake, and that's very important for these ones as well. And with this, yeah, back to soldering and see how it fits. So again, these connectors have all need to be soldered such that they don't fall off. And there are some more connectors, because here are 3 connectors drawn, and this is a Raspberry connector. And this one is one of them. And this is the connector. Goes here, and this is one for the GPIO of the Raspberry Pi. This one, I don't know if you can see the arrow here, but here it says 1 and arrow is 1, so this one goes right here. And this one has an arrow and this one is 1, so this one goes here. And some more pieces which are jumpers. So with that, the bigger ones are done, and then the loose components still have to go. But in the end, I have a PLC, and that's what it is about. So let me get this soldered in the same way and see how things work out then. And with this soldered, again only a few pins so that they stick on the place. And now the question is, which is which? Well, quite simply, actually, you would say that this only sticks in here, which does fit, but this one goes here. So this would go here to the Raspberry Pi, and then you have the connection. And next step would be soldering other components, but I guess I'll let that for next time. I might show this, but there's very little to see, just the SSH terminal in which I log in through on well, actually nothing but command line. There's no VNC running yet, unfortunately. I have to get that fixed. So maybe let's see how that works out. Alright, so with a view on the partly stuck PiXtend, I have put the Raspberry Pi 3 on a sheet of paper, and and that's because paper is non-conductive, and this is protective, but probably not the safest place to put a working PCB on. So powered via USB, I've let it be. So now it should run. Using Pi, and if it still has the same IP address, let's use it. That is to say, not this one. You can see that not everything goes according to plan. Oh wait, that would be this one. Yes. And I'm in. And this says it is Raspberry Pi kernel 4.14. Simultaneously multiprocessing. Yeah, it has 4 cores, which is nice compared to the older Raspberry Pis. Is Debian derivative. So what is on it? Well, not that much yet. I've tried to start the VNC, but that is not working as far as I know. I can say okay, advanced options, or yeah, advanced options, specific screen resolution, memory split, overscan, etc. Network options, Wi-Fi, host name, I haven't done that yet. Network interface names, just the same. Wi-Fi, I have decided not to use Wi-Fi. Wired is safer. So, in any way, VNC doesn't work yet, unfortunately. But it does work. Why HDMI doesn't work is beyond me yet. Here you have VNC, and SSH is working because I disabled it via the SD card, not via here. What I can also do, of course, is to guarantee that I have connection. Is another serial Pi Plus, like I use on the other Raspberry Pis, and that works out nicely. So that is seriously an option. SPI not necessary, I2C not yet necessary. Camera, I don't have more than one, so it's off. And this one should be running. So easy to check. Does it run? VNC server does run. VNC server. Alright. That would mean that I could say here 2009 server 1, or it says service 15, and that's a point. Which one does it use? Usually with the insert server you see a colon and then a number, and I'm not seeing that. So it says here a server is active, serviced, but that is all I can find. So not a port I can use, which makes this as yet not really usable. But I will have to find that out. So far a first introduction and get on the way. And that's it for now for the first introduction to the Raspberry Pi and the PiXtend. Not yet ready to run full blown, but that's coming. For now, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel with lots of other interesting projects. So give the video a thumbs up, leave a comment or suggestion. You can also follow me via Instagram and Twitter. Please support my YouTube and website by making a donation via either PayPal or Wired. And you can also become a patron and have your name mentioned on my website, and depending on your pledge also with my videos. This is obviously going to be continued. Thanks for watching again. Have a nice day and see you later.